Hey guys, welcome back to Bearded Lumber. As always, Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in. Today is something special. Matthew and I have sawed wood for many years, and we have never had a request to do this, and didn't even know it was a thing. I actually Googled it, and it is a thing. You can see our log here is spalted / Ambrosia maple. So come right back, and I'll tell you what is completely new that Matthew and I have never done, but we're up for the challenge. So be right back. Okay guys, welcome back. I won't hold you up. Customer dropped these off, what, a year and a half ago? These are what's left of the big timber frame job we did. They didn't know exactly what they wanted to do. But we've kept them piled up, kept them safe. They're dry. They're real dry, it's powdery. But they have turned into this beautiful spalting pattern, and luckily it's hard. The reason we're fortunate it's hard is because we're gonna make flooring out of it. And I told the customer, oh, there won't be no problem. And then he hit me with a sideline that I had never thought of. He said, I want it quarter-sawn. I said, what? I said, okay. I just said okay to, finish the conversation. Then I went and Googled it, and it is a thing, quarter-sawn maple. Never thought of it because most of the time when you flat saw, you get a little quarter-sawn along with it, and it's always beautiful. But that's what the customer wanted. So there's many different ways to quarter saw. You do whatever works for you and your equipment, but for our LT70 and these size logs, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here and take just a little kiss cut, because all this is waste. And if I get it off now, we don't have to deal with it later. Same thing down here. And whatever this dimension is, when I get finished, say it's around 15, I'll come back and I'll cut it at 7.5. But before I do that, I'll kiss cut this side and kiss this one. And then whatever that works out, about 15, we'll cut it this way. So we'll end up most likely with 4 7.5-inch quarters. And then it's hard to see, but your grain pattern is running this way, all the way around this log. It's in a radial circle. And our goal is, once we get this quartered, is I'll set this back up on the sawmill, and we'll come in and we'll take an 1.25 cut here, and we'll take an 1.25 here, come back over here, take another one, come back over here and take one, until there's nothing left. It's very wasteful doing it this way. If you're sawing this out of your lumber, you're probably 30 to 50% more expensive than flat sawing, because you're throwing away so much. Because once you get down to this, we could sneak one out here, probably not, depending on how, I guess, that 1.25. But that gives you all your quarter-sawn boards going both ways, because you still got this grain coming all the way around. And that's what's called quarter-sawn. So like I say, we'll cut this into 4 quarters, throw them over here to the side, and I'll saw 1 quarter at a time. And unfortunately, I'm gonna saw from the bottom up. So we'll saw this, rotate the log, saw that, rotate the log, saw this one, rotate the log, that one, rotate the log, this one, rotate the log, that one. There's a lot of hand work. You cannot do this for the same price you do flat sawn lumber. The yield is horrible, the labor's horrible. So I suggest practice, maybe do a log or two, and see what you yield for as square footage, board footage, and then figure out where you need to be, hourly or by the board foot, either one. Now this is a little more difficult because we're going to saw it, we're going to dry it, and then we're going to tongue and groove flooring it. So we've got lots of steps to go through, and you got to figure all that in if you're given an end price for finished wood. You know, if you try to tell them, hey, this is X number of dollars per square foot when I get finished, you got to add all this work into it, or you'll come up short at the end. You might not technically lose any money because it's customer wood, but you're going to lose a lot of labor money that you didn't add into the cost of doing this. So I think that's a pretty good explanation. What do you think, Matthew? There's several different ways of doing this. Pick one that works for you. Pick one that works for your mill. It works great on this LT70 because with our DCS computer, I can basically pull this line down here close, hit pattern mode, and it'll drop to that one, hit it one more time, and I'll drop right to 1 1/4 every time. Cut it, flip it over, and do the exact same thing. If you got a manual mill, there's slow roll methods and different things out there, depending on the size you log too. If we had bigger stuff, I might try something different, but these little logs, you know, they're barely 16 inches. They're on the small side of even trying to quarter saw. And what we got out there is 5 more. I wouldn't say any of them's any smaller, but they're not really any bigger either. So that's enough talking. Let's get everything turned on and we'll go through the process. Okay guys, I'm gonna have to do something a little extra here. When we cut that, it put a bow in it. If I don't get that bow out of it, the first board will be no good. So I'm basically just gonna pull up here, set the height right at the top of the wood.
That's 7 3/4.
Yep. I'm gonna roll it over and do the same thing, try to the other side. I think it unfortunately it moved in both directions. So it happens. Okay, we can't help what wood does. Rather, you just got to work with it. It mowed, so we straightened it. Now, if we wasn't cutting from the bottom up, it wouldn't matter, but we are cutting from the bottom up. Okay, guys, you've seen how much work was involved in making this. You can see the grain here. It looks like sycamore to me when it gets that real lacy to it. It'll be beautiful when it's dried. Well, look what Matthew found. A couple little bugs. These are the Ambrosia beetles. There's another one there. That's what causes this brown striping in your maple. They get in there and do their business. But like I say, it's a lot of work. Beautiful spalting and Ambrosia both. Now, we're not edging these to a finished dimension. We're just stacking them up, going to dry them, and then we'll have to go back through and edge every board and make a determination as to whether we're going to do 3, 4, 5, 6, or 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. It's going to be a lot of work. What?
Just whatever works out the best.
Yeah. That's why when you go order quarter-sawn flooring and you order one size, 6-inch, they have to go through a mountain of wood just to make that one dimension, and you're going to pay 4, 5, 6 times the standard cost of flat sawn. It's like this customer, if he called me and ordered 6-inch wide quarter-sawn maple flooring, I'd have to saw a mountain of this stuff to get all finished 6-inch boards. So that's things you need to discuss with your customer, and I discussed that with him, that you're going to have to tolerate, you know, multiple different sizes, or we're not going to yield anything out of your logs. And I'm not going to do all this work sawing a log and basically get 6 boards out of it. So it's just part of the game. Education always. So let's get another quarter loaded up here, and let's get it sawn. Okay, guys, we got our mill cleaned up. We're actually quitting a little early today. We come in super early this morning to beat the heat. Here's something we don't normally show. All these wood misers come with a home pin that's way down there, and it's just not practical for our use to try to hit that home pin. So Matthew and I made a kickstand, and Matthew actually went into our computer and made a preset, because we figured out that it was 5 3/32 off the deck. Boom, sets it right down, turn it off. I like to turn the power off of it if we're gonna be gone. And last thing, guys, always remember, do not leave tension on your mill. If you're going away for an hour, take the tension off your mill. This is low-tech reminder to me in the morning to put tension back on the mill. But like I said, we started early to get done early today. The heat yesterday was just horrible. Matthew and I come back after lunch, and restacked 4 bundles of wood to come out of the kiln, and it took us till 5 o'clock. We were just beat. So let's get in here and look at this beautiful quarter-sawn spalted ambrosia maple, and we'll wrap this up. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. We got a few logs left to do, but no sense you sitting here watching us do them. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on quarter-sawing maple. I really don't see the point. This wood is so beautiful already, being spalted in ambrosia. Adding those little rays that you find in sycamore, I don't know that we gaining that much. Now, if this was green maple and it was yellow, yes. But being that it's already so colorful, I don't know. I'm gonna put a little water on these 2 boards here because they are just gorgeous. Because this is what it's gonna look like when it's finished. You can see the color jumping out of that. I promise you will see these go through the molder planer, but it's going to be months. So just set it on your calendar for what?
Probably December.
October, November, probably, realistically. Maybe December. Because I got a full kiln load in running right now, and this is going to be part of the next kiln run. So you're looking at 2.5 months, 3 months before this is in and out.
By the time the video comes out, it'll probably be December.
Yeah, it may be December, but it will come back and we will see it. It's really going to suck because we're going to have to go through every board and edge them to 3 or 4 sizes to try to get any yield out of it. It's just, it is what it is. And you got to price accordingly. But I wouldn't personally do it with spalted wood. I think it's just beautiful like it is flat sawn. Now we would box the heart. If we were flat sawing this, we would box the heart, and we boxed the heart pretty much on this because of the way we sawed it. The heart ended up out here on one edge, and it went away in the first board. And when we finish edge them, if we see a little bit of it, we'll take it right off. But I think I'd steer towards flat sawn.
Gives me ideas of maybe like sweet gum, try quarter-sawn, just to see.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Can't hear me.
Matthew mentioned maybe a quarter saw and some sweet gum. I definitely want to quarter saw some chestnut oak. Chestnut oak has a lot of problems with when you flat saw, the grain wants to pop up on it. And I think if you stood that grain up vertically, you know, it may want to pop out sideways a little bit, but that wouldn't be an issue because you're walking on, you know, the other face. So one day when we get a big chestnut oak, we'll quarter saw it just to see. Anything else on this, Matthew? A lot of time, guys. You got to add labor to this because we sawed what? 2 logs? Is that always? No.
On me, I only saw 1.
But we've only sawed 2. Yeah, we sawed 2 logs. It just takes time. Even with Henry helping to where I don't have to get up, that sped it up a lot. But it's still a lot of stop, flip, stop, flip, stop, flip. Now, if you get bigger wood, every time you flip, you get, of course, get a bigger board, but you're still going to flip it all the way down till you get to these small boards. So, price it accordingly. Maybe cut some for yourself and do a cost comparison of how long it took you to make that quarter sawn versus flat sawn, and then you'll know how much to increase your price for doing it instead of just taking a wild guess. I think that's going to do it, guys. You got any questions? I didn't know you ever thought about quarter sawing maple. Something different. We'll do it again. Somebody wanted it done. So that's going to do it. Appreciate each and every one of you watching, guys. Thanks for all the new subscribers this year, the ones that have been around since the beginning. We appreciate all of you. Big shout out to Matthew and Solomon editing these videos. I do appreciate it, guys. It's a lot of work. Don't forget to check out Solomon's channel, 11 Charlie Scale Modeling. He appreciates you dropping in. Leave him a comment. Tell him Bearded Lumber. Tell him come check him out. They do design work as well as 3D printing. If you can't get a hold of him, message me and I'll get you in touch with him. Yeah, if you need a hat, beardedlumbernc.com. Don't forget about the Paul Bunyan Show, first weekend in October. Matthew and I will be there with a big group of YouTubers. Come by and shake hands. We'll be glad to meet you. We're not pushing any product. We're just there, you know, to meet and greet. I've been wanting to go for a long time, so we're gonna make plans to go. We've made plans now. We just got to get there. So that's gonna do it. As always, guys, appreciate each and every one of you. Woo! Each and every one of you watching, and we'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.